Tip here with the XRP minute. Everything was fine. Everything was green, but I don't know. Let's see if the mic problems are fixed tonight, guys. I don't know. I want to see some feedback on the mic. Hopefully things are good. If they're not, well, what am I going to say? I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's see if we can get a little bit of feedback here from the microphone. For some reason, I did a spot check before, man. My bandwidth was fantastic, and then all of a sudden everything goes crazy weird. Okay, sound is good. Well, thank God, DNI. Thank you for that. Yeah, all right. Finally got it resolved, and a little pal named Jeff from the Holder Report. We kind of like, good man. This is good. At least the microphone's good. The stream health's a little bit on the red side, but that doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, what matters is we're all hanging out together and everything is good. Anybody heard any news today? Heard something about 589. A lot of that's going around the internet. Hear a lot of people talking about that. First one of us to have a chip in his arm. Well, I got a chip in my brain. There we go. So let's run it down. Let's see who was first today. Who is it? Jungle Inc., of course. And Jungle, I've been talking a lot about. If you guys haven't seen Jungle's video, he put it out maybe 2 days ago. But yeah, I really was digging that video about really why the price of XRP. So essentially, Ripple, the company, let's not confuse it with the digital asset, but the company itself, when they're signing up to their 200 plus partners, essentially the rub is they sign a non-disclosure agreement. The non-disclosure agreement has some kind of clauses in there that only allows them to buy over the counter. And that's what Jungle's video was on. Pretty cool. So the idea is that the reason they're buying over the counter is so that they don't affect the price, because as you know, the whole idea is to keep the price stabilized. And if you have a stabilized price, and it's got to be stable on both sides for the liquidity. So that's pretty cool. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out in Jungle if you're around, man. If you're if you're around, yeah, I'm laughing at Jungle, but he's saying good decision not to mod Bones. I didn't know Bones was in here, but I'm not gonna lie, I have to, man. Bones, a brother, I might have to do this. We can always fix it later. You know what I mean? We can always fix it later. Boom. Okay, there you go. So let's run it down here a little bit, people. Let's go. We've got so Jungle's one and Danny Torres. She was almost number one. Danny was right in there. Thank you. We have XRP Carolina. Dan, the XRP man. We got Bones in here. And Bones, this might be your inaugural sort of foray into the XRP minute on the live stream. I know you've checked out my other videos. This is very exciting and cool. We've got Victor Castellon there, Jungle with the big old eyes in there. Let's see, my brother, Patrick Chip. That's my little bro. That's Bro the Younger. That's Chip the Younger, as we call him. Hey, Community XRP, baby. What did Bones say? Why am I not blue? What the F? Chip? Don't worry, dude. You're blue. If you're not blue, you hit me up, man. But it's the first time in here. If you show up, I mean, of course, Rupert Ritsky says DNI had to mention him. So yeah, there's that. And there's that. And there's that. And then Carl Lewis says, you'll never guess who sent me here. And I'm going to go with Jungle Inc. Of course, we all know it's DNI. Digital Nomad Investor. Hey man, thank you for giving me a few extra minutes tonight to set up the stream. Phoenix Starborn is here. Victor, and what else? Who did I miss? I always miss somebody. Michael Metzner. Yeah, Michael. Let's see. When we're talking about doing lunch, when are we gonna hit? Let's do that lunch. We're gonna get that lunch done. Michael lives in my hometown here, so it's pretty cool. Actually, my office is probably, I don't know, 3 minutes away from his office. DNI sent him because he said Gordon Ramsay now has a great show about XRP. Who doesn't have a show about XRP? XRP is the greatest digital asset ever. Who doesn't have one? Let's see. Carl Lewis. I don't know. Carl Lewis may have one. I'm not sure if he has one or not. But what is Bones saying? What is Bones saying in this stream here? We get Carl Lewis. We get guys. Can I ask you a little tiny favor? A little favor, just between you and I. Can you tweet this bad boy out? Because we want more XRP fam members to join us. Put it in the zoo. Say, put it out there. Wake the kids. Wake the neighbors. What did that thing Letterman used to always say? I don't know. My brother knows it. I don't know. Yeah, I like this. So my brother, my own Chip the Younger's trolling Big Bro with mic problems optional. And thank God we got that worked out because that is no fun. Ripple, Riddler, what do we got? Jungle Link, Wonka, not Wonka. Clarity, Snowden, this is Barbara Snowden, Danny, and who else? I think we got everybody. Yeah, we got everybody. Yeah, I think we did get everybody. I believe so. Let me look. Let me just do a quick check here. And yep, I believe we have liftoff, people. Wait a minute, are you saying it sounds bad now? Good Lord, I don't know what's going on with my stream health because it was doing fantastic, and I don't know what happened, but Bones, are you getting out there? G, what's going on? G, XRP, Omar Kaufman, what up? Yo, yo. Annalise joins in. Notorious is here. We got cooking hot dogs, number one over on coming over on the bot there. I'm not sure which platform he's on. Zbit, sup. All right, guys. I know my stream health's bad, but I did a check right before this. Man, I was killing it. I had really good bandwidth. I don't know what's going on. All right, good. XRP's like you're good. Thank you, Zbits 33, number 33. I appreciate that. What's up? I'm getting a little bit. Guys, I'm hitting the water way earlier than I usually do. I must be really excited or something, but that must be what it is. So, are you a bass player? I am. Did you notice the bass in the corner? Did you? You did, right? Do you know what kind of bass it is? Come on, you got it. You know what it is. Bass, keys, guitar. You guys can see my album out there, nojoyyet.com. Here, let me put it in here for you. I mean, a little bit of shameless, let's see, I gotta be able to type this. Yeah, a little bit of shameless plug here, but go to nojoyyet.com and you can listen to my stuff. Yeah, you can listen to it. You can groove on it. It's also on Spotify and all the other YouTube and all those. Fender, you're close, man. You are close. It's not a Fender. Thank you, G. G's listened to it. I paid him to, but you know that's cool. He told me he liked it. Said thanks, man. You know the XRP hit my account in 4 seconds, and yeah, it sounds good, man. Real good, Chip. Love it. That's what he told me. He gave me one of those. Yeah. You know, one of those like. You ever do these like one of these little eye winks, like there's somebody they're telling you a story and you're like, and then you give them one of these. Give them one of those, like a, you know, just like a check. I love doing that. Just like you let them know that, yeah, I got you. I got you. The old winky with the mouth thing going on. Yeah. Yeah. Annalise says I listen to you. I love it. Oh, that's good too. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. What are we else we saying? So who's cooking hot dogs? Is a John Deacon kind of bass? Yeah, it is a John Deacon kind of bass. That's a good one. That's John Deacon, of course, bass player for Queen. We got cooking hot dogs, dropping some references in here. I like that. Cooking hot dogs, number one. Where are you? What platform are you on? Because I see the bot is bringing you into YouTube. And for some reason, why is this? I'm going to look at my restream. What are we seeing here? It doesn't even tell me where you are. Don't know where it is. Not telling me. It's okay. I'm not going to make it a big thing. Is it mumble rap? It is not mumble. What are we talking about mumble rap? Guitars. Dana is in the house. In the house. What is the topic tonight? I don't know. We're just going to win. No, we got topics tonight. So I led with a topic. You know, you always have to put a thumbnail out on YouTube. You got to put something out there and crafty. So that's my lead story. However, let's put something up here. We got some things to talk about tonight. Tonight, we're going to have a good time. That's another Queen song. That's another Queen song. So let's talk about some market movement here. Hodel saying, Rain sent me here to promote the stream tomorrow night. You are so right, because I don't want to waste any time. What I'd like you to do, Jeff, we got a cool stream coming up tomorrow night. We got Rain with special guest Jeff from Hodel Report. Rain's been doing an awesome stream, man, you know. And again, if Rain was here, I would do my Rain impression. I got to get some cans. I got some big headphones somewhere. And you know, you put the headphones on, got to be sitting slanted, chilled out, laid back, and you go, Rain here. Just like that. That's my Rain impression. So Rain is going to put together a really cool show tomorrow night. He's having Jeff from Hodel on there. I was lucky enough to be on last night on the Hodel Report. Same time slot, right here. Different chair, but we were on it together. And the good thing was my head actually stayed in that weird little box because before it was blowing all up and going crazy. So that was kind of weird. You like that, Rain? You like my impression? You'll have to do an impression of me tomorrow. You know, it's optional. If you get on there with a mic that sounds like this, then you'll do a perfect impression of me. You know, you don't even have to be in the scene. You know, I have Chip the younger trolling me. My little bro's trolling me about the mic problems. You know, yeah, best rain impression. Once I get the cans, man, I get the cans. I get my green screen going. This is gonna be fun, man. We're gonna have some kind of fun. Wanted to talk a little bit about. Hey, was there something on your mind tonight? Was there something you wanted to talk about? Tell me what it is. What did you want to talk about? If there's something pressing and you're like, I gotta talk about this tonight, I want to know what it is. I just have to know what this is. Wow, we got one XRP. Hang on a second. I just got a notification here. One XRP from Palmer, XRP, which is Dana Palmer. Thank you so much. One XRP. Do you guys know how much that could be worth someday? Are you kidding me? I mean, I'll be like, yeah, I was on a live stream one time and Dana tipped me one XRP. Yeah, now it's worth $380, right? I mean, that's going to be crazy when we tell the stories to our kids, to our children's, to our kiddos. It's going to be a fun one. It's a Cali thing. It's a Cali, going back to Cali. So we got Liz here, but she did a cool stream today talking about, I think it was 4:30 Eastern time, this whole 589. And here I was all excited to promote 985. I was like, 985, we're gonna go 985. I was pretty excited about it. Like, we're gonna hit 985. I don't know, I like reverse numbers a little bit better. Carl Lewis is saying, can you tell me how far you'd walk to her door? Whose door are we talking about? Moneybags, long time no see, says Bones. Hey, it is a long time no see, man. Periscope. All right, hey, man, Periscope. H2D Anu. I love this guy, man. He's always doing some this guy I love, man. He makes me laugh. He does some funny things. Thank you for watching me over there on the Periscope. Or you're probably watching me on Twitter. I got another announcement. I've got breaking news right now. Is it the Comdex? Not even close. Is it 985? No. But I got a tip from the holder report. 9.85. We're starting a trend. Thank you, Jeff. That's awesome, man. From the holder report. Bam. Look at that. Boom. See that? That is cool. So the phone is blowing up a little bit tonight. Money Bags. Money Bags is in the house. Sounds good. Oh, thank you for that. Appreciate that. So cooking hot dogs wants to know. By the way, you know, you missed it the other night. We had cooking hamburgers in here last night. Is that your alter ego? No, I'm just playing. That's not true. Yeah, so he wants to know how we can make money. We want to know that. What you do, step one, and this isn't financial advice, but if I want to talk to you, want to talk to my financial advisor, you're gonna have to talk to Jungle, because he's like, you know, he's the guy. You're gonna have to talk to him if you want to talk to my financial advisor, but he'll tell you he's not a financial advisor as well. Auburn sent me a tip. What is going on, Auburn? Auburn Rain. Yes, he did send. Do I see it? I don't see it. Did you sent it? Holy cow! It probably hasn't hit yet. It's been only 1 second. Weird. Don't see it. But thank you, man. Thank you for the tip. Chip tips. Chip tips tonight. Let's not talk about tips. Let's talk about you and I. Let's talk about us. What is that? Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about, what is that song? There's a song that goes like that. Big Pat Young is in here, man. Patrick Young, what's going on, Patrick Young? You cracked me up earlier in another stream. Laying some fun stuff down, man. I was being a funny guy. I like that. You sent it. It should be there. What's going on? Well, you know, let me see. Hang on a second. I'm not saying it's not. I gotta just let me pop it open because I can't rest until I see it. That's weird. Hang on a second. Let's do this. Can we? Here we go. There we go. Let's make it easy, man. It's right there. So I don't know. If you send it to me, man, I don't know what's going on. I'm a little bit. I don't know, Rain. I don't know why it's not here. I don't know. I'm looking at the history, but you know, it's the tip out on my phone. I don't know if it's as operational as what we see here, but yeah, Sachs, talk about you and me. Talk about good and bad things. Let's talk about sex, baby. Right, that's what it was. There it comes. Boom. We got one XRP from XRP Carolina. Thank you. I don't know what happened, Rain. I don't know, man. Don't know what happened there. Let's see, what we're going to do. Okay, so what we were going to talk about tonight. So I want to talk a little bit about market movements. So this is interesting. Do you guys notice? Oh, holy cow, it's blowing up. Barbara Snowden 0.589 tip. Thank you very much. That's Clarity in there. Thank you very much. Crypto Eddie's in the house. Whoa, hey now, huh? Crypto pillow talk. That's right. We're doing a little bit of pillow talk here, telling secrets, being crazy, hitting the pillows around, making some popcorn. So anyway, so EOS, I believe EOS launched on Bones's favorite. Bones has a go-to exchange. He loves Coinbase. That is not true. He does not like Coinbase at all. As a matter of fact, he's not friends with Coinbase whatsoever. I can tell you that much. Hey, big shout out 3XRP from Zbits. What's going on? We got 589 from Auburn Rain. Holy cow, guys. All right, thank you so much. What is going on tonight? So EOS basically forced Litecoin out of the top 5 ahead of a big announcement. And what is that big announcement, you ask? Well, let's talk about it. So you'll see me look over here because I got a bigger monitor, which is a lot easier to read than my silly monitor. They give you a little screen like this inside of OBS. So it's taking the position of Litecoin at the list of the top world's cryptocurrencies by market cap. On the updated list, EOS with the market cap. I'm not going to get into that. Can you make it easy for me? Can you at least put some commas or periods in there? So the significant growth of EOS has been observed over the last 3 days. Now, I was looking at EOS's what they were doing the other day. I mean, I think it dropped down to as low as like $1.47. So it's kind of blowing up right now, and it's pretty much a big deal, and especially to knock Litecoin out. There's a lot of Litecoiners out there, and I want to shout out Matt Richter with a very generous donation of 5 XRP. Thank you. What are we doing? What? I had the little thing. There it goes. Boom. There it is. Bam. There we go. So thank you very much. Thank you. And so it's pretty interesting when you see there's going to be a lot of market movers coming up. And when you see, there was these $10 million or 10 million XRPs, these whales, these mega whales, right? Buying in at 40 cents, it pops up to 45, 46. That's some serious movement on the money up front. Yeah, I will agree with you on that one. Palmer is the coolest of them all. Yeah, but Snowden is right there too. So I gotta, they're right over there. And Omar Kaufman is in the house. So this is pretty interesting. Yeah, they came up with another announcement. The team's blog informs about the launch of EOS domain name system, featured decentralized website domains on EOS. So I've got some news tonight that I wanted to talk about. I always get jazzed. I talk about stories that like really light me up. And I have to look at it. I'm like, does this make me happy? Am I excited about this? And if I'm not, I discard the story. And I don't know, if I'm not interested in it, there's a good chance you might not be, or maybe you're interested in stuff that I don't like. But here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a massive trend towards decentralized the blockchain and with regard to internet. Now, and I'll get into the censorship issue a little bit later. But what I like about blockchain, what I like about being censorship proof is the fact that, we're not going to start omitting people. It's like, hey, man, I love chocolate. And the other guy's like, well, no, I like vanilla, chocolate, vanilla. And then a group of people think vanilla's better and chocolate is banned, or, I like Rice Krispies, or maybe I like, Frosted Flakes, I like the Tiger. No, I like those 3 little nut jobs, snap, crackle, and pop. And then like a whole thing ensues. And then, one of them wins out because groupthink kind of comes in and they're like, you're bad, and then it turns into a whole thing. I don't like when that happens either. So we've got so XRP Angel Connie's in the house. Oh yeah, she's here. Thank you for stopping by. You like all sweets? Yeah, sweets, chocolate. But you see what I'm saying? I mean, there's always someone that's gonna have an issue with something, and that's where it gets weird. So you guys know Salesforce. Salesforce is just a massive business product. And holy cow, what do we got here? So Crypto Lose, big shout out. He got 1.234 XRP. Thank you very much. Thank you for not going 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It was just taking so much more Kit Kat. DNI, you owe me some Kit Kats, bro. We're gonna get some Kit Kats. You know what I'd like to do? So you guys have really been impactful in this show and the growth of this show and support of this show. I really appreciated everything you're doing. And you've really shared this with your friends. You're like, hey, check out this guy. Why don't you go check out this video? And you tweet it out and you do cool things like that. And then new people show up and they sub. And so DNI, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get some Kit Kats, like some exotic Kit Kats mailed. Because I like to give away Kit Kats. Crypto Eddie was the one that really like turned me on to this. She's like, yeah, we have 4,682 different Kit Kats. And I'm like, well, that's weird. In the US, we have three, right? So I thought we only had one, but apparently there are three. There's the regular Kit Kat, there's the chocolate Kit Kat, and there's like a vanilla one or something. I don't know what it is. It's some weird thing. I don't know what it is. But DNI, can we do that? I send you some XRP and you like ship it here and it gets here, I don't know, like in a month. By the time I'm close, man. I'm 800 plus now. And I want to give away some cool stuff for you guys. You guys have been great supporters, so we'll do something fun. I thought Kit Kats. I mean, you guys like Kit Kats, like weird flavors. You know what I mean? Like burnt toast and stuff like that. Just weird, silly stuff. So as I'm looking at this, so Salesforce, yeah, white chocolate. Thank you, Diane B. Appreciate that white chocolate. I don't even like the white chocolate one. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. It's an oxymoron of sorts, right? Big John says sup. What's up? What, Big John? Yeah, Rice Krispie squares are absolutely delicious. If you make the homemade ones, you put them in the pan, you rip the knife through them, you pry the one out of the corner, and the next thing you know, man, there's like two rows that are missing, and you're digesting them. Red bean. Yeah, let's go with red bean. Yeah, make sure you send the red bean over. Yeah, Kit Kat. Send over wasabi. Actually sounds pretty good. I like wasabi. Hazelnut. Yeah, man. Let's get some exotic ones. Green tea mango. Oh yes, Phoenix Starborn, dude. That is phenomenal right there. Ground beef. A ground beef Kit Kat. I don't know, man. Z-Bits, I'm sorry, man. I'm not feeling that one so much. I mean, I probably wouldn't mind tasting it if it really existed, but it's a little bit weird, right? Carl Lewis says we have three in Australia. It's the one in the fridge, the one in the cupboard, and the one that was in the fridge. Yeah, and Dana's craving sugar for some odd reason. Nobody knows why. Nobody knows. So anyway, I want to talk about this. So on May 29th, Salesforce revealed its local blockchain solution developed on the Hyperledger Sawtooth platform. I have no idea what it is. Sawtooth sounds pretty cool. So you see that virtually everybody's getting into blockchain. So leveraging Salesforce blockchain, S&P Global Ratings has created a trusted network of reviewers where everyone can work from a shared, transparent, and audible review process, completely reinventing and expediting how we do KYC reviews for our customers. This is what I like. When attorneys get involved in writing copy, it sounds like this. It sounds like the teacher from Charlie Brown. I'm like, wah, 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 wah. I mean, it's like they had to have it approved by three attorneys so they could release the pull quote. And so apparently Arizona State University is the third client. But it's big news because as far as the business front, almost everybody, there's so many people in business that use the solution. I didn't like it. It was a little too complicated for me. I like simpler sort of products, but I admire what this company has done. Started by I think was it an ex-PayPal? No, I'm thinking of maybe LinkedIn. But anyway, this company is just growing massive on a massive scale. Let's see what else we have here. So cryptocurrency, this is what I just love stories like this. So cryptocurrency broker client reportedly aims to acquire 25% of all Bitcoin supply, right? So basically China, I mean, their client is looking to, so when you start seeing stuff like this, like trying to artificially prop up the market, Crypto Eddie says, here's the list, not 100% up to date, but close. Milkshake. Oh, wow, man. I have to click on this, guys. Let me see what we got here. Let's go in here. Let's go in here. We got to take a special sort of I don't know, what do you call this? An aside, as they say. It's an aside. That's what it is. So here we go. Almost every Kit Kat flavor. Hey, now look at this, peeps. Thank you, Crypto Eddie, for sharing that. Yeah, so you know what? Whoever said Azuki bean sandwich, Eiko salt, that looks really awesome. What is Amazake? What is Amazake? I don't know what that is. Holy cow, this is incredible. Can you imagine? Look at this. These all sound phenomenal. Are these now, Crypto Eddie, when you're in the house, are these everything compiled? But I think some of them are seasonal, right? Like these aren't the full assortment that you can get right off the bat. Holy. Chunky fudge, cocoa, cream cheese, daily luxury yogurt. What? Double berry. I mean, if we were all going to sit here one night and we were said our job tonight is to come up with every possible flavor, I don't think we'd even arrive at half this list. This is incredible. Hokkaido melon and mascarpone cheese, Hokkaido milk, honeycomb. lemon cheesecake, mango. Are we hungry yet? Huh? Does somebody want to run and get some strawberries? I think there's strawberries and cream. They have every purple sweet potato. Holy cow, man, this is phenomenal. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate this list. This is good. It was last updated at 1.9, so they probably added 14 flavors since. But wow, that is sick. I'm gonna have to put that in the description down below because people on the watching the read thing are gonna be like, "What's he talking about?" I gotta know what kind of flavors they are. You know, and I almost wish there was a way that you could, you could show up at a site and buy these. I don't even know. I mean, if you can. Metzner says, I'm calling my dealer now after seeing that list. Right on. Omar's like Kit Kat chat with Chip. I can't say that even one time fast. Say that 4 times fast. Come on, Omar, you can do it. Kit Kat chat with Chip. Holy cow, that almost sounds like another language of sorts. Moneybag says buy one of each when my ship comes in. That's right. We'll be swimming in Kit Kats. We'll be inventing our own flavors. CBD Kit Kat. There you go. Is there a CBD Kit Kat? There ought to be. Yeah, I wish I had that job making up new flavors. You can have it, man. You can invent your own job, man. You can invent. That's why I say, how did there become so many amazing flavors? And we ended up getting chocolate and white chocolate and fudge or whatever silly stuff we have over here. Let's go back over here and see what we have. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so this domain name system, I wanted to get to, what time is it? 10:40 already? My goodness, what is going on? eBay sellers have some, but Eddie, do you trust those eBay people? I mean, did they like rip a corner here and a little, sniffy sniff? I don't know. Do you trust them? I mean, what do you think? I mean, because I don't usually buy food on eBay. I bought crazy stuff on eBay, but I've never even, I don't know that I would. Yeah, hey, Zbits is talking right now. Get chipped to 1,000 subs. And I want to do a shout out to Zbits 33 right now, guys. You can right click on those little 3 dots on the side. I want you to go follow him because he does some cool deep dives, man. He's a really good rabbit hole up and comer. And, I love supporting other people in the space. He's a good guy too. Give him a follow on Twitter. I believe he has the same exact name, but go follow him. He's good, man. We got to get him to 1,000 subs as well. But he does these cool deep dives, man. He's disconnected. And who the queen of deep dives is? It's Crypto Eddie, man. I mean, I get up in the morning, I'm in the shower, I'm listening to either DNI or Crypto Eddie, and she's always like connecting these crazy dots. I don't know where she finds this stuff, but it is phenomenal. All right, you went and subbed. Great, excellent, Jeff. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. Thank you, Zbits. You do a great job, man. Really do. You really do a great job, and you get better on every stream, which I like to see. Doesn't trust you, Eddie. That's not true, Bones. Don't be spreading FUD. Bones is the master of what is it, FUD? What is it? FUD or truth or dare, FUD or fake or what is it that you do? You know more about FUD than anyone else, and that is FUD if I'm going to call you on that right there. So we're starting to see this amazing sort of thing take place. Let's go over here. Yeah, so I talked about this, and you see stuff like this. I don't know what to believe if it's true or not. A number of greater coins are currently being held by holders who will not be willing to part them at any price. Realistically speaking, there are probably less than 5 million coins actually circulating at the moment. So what this is all about, if there's 5 million coins circulating, I'm not a math genius, right? I'm just a guy, I'm a guy doing a stream from my home office / studio. But if you think about 25%, if anybody can do that quick math, it's like 1 point something, right? Something like that. Yeah, you go down the hollow for hours. Yeah, but you deliver, though. You deliver the goods, Eddie. That's what I love. You deliver the goods. And there's no better authority, in my opinion, on what's coming out of Asia. I mean, I know you specifically really work in Japan, but if you guys are not, I mean, if anybody's not following Crypto Eddie, please. I mean, my God, follow her. She breaks stuff out on Twitter, but you got to follow her streams because she really has the pulse of what's going on. I say Asia because I know it's the whole area, but I'm so happy the way we see Japan really leading and blazing the trail. And I think that's important. I'm hearing a lot about what's happening in Europe. A lot of news is coming out of Europe. Yeah, Europe, they're the trailblazers. You know who the trailblazers are? Japan, okay? Forget about it. It's coming out of Asia, Thailand. Those are the trailblazers, but it's so weird. It's like everybody wants to no, move the camera over here and let's talk about Europe. And I'm not putting Europe down, man. Europe, there's a lot of stuff progressing in Europe. I'm just saying that if my money's on Asia, okay? I know India's hard at work at something. There's too much at stake for them to not get involved in doing regulation. Will they be slow to the party? Well, we still don't have it here. I mean, we still don't have it going on here. So, but I expect India to join in at some point as well. So again, this is something that's I'm starting to see bubble up. I saw this a couple places. So they're basically saying that Bitcoin and Litecoin, Ethereum and XRP might hike further due to because of the U.S.-China bond sell-off. What they're saying here, and this is a cool picture. Why? Because she's got the bulls ready to roll. Get those bulls ready. It's a very cool picture. I don't even know if that's a bull. It might even be an ox. You know, Moorish Prince is in here. He's like, "What's up, fam?" Moorish Prince C7. I'll hit C7 right now, man. Right there, right on the keyboard, right there. Mr. Miyagi is in here as well. Omar, powerful seller, bringing up fluff to the world for 17 years. Bones, you really cracked me up. Yeah, the fluff is, you know, she goes, let's go to the fluff. Like, it's not one of the more important segments. Like, you know, now let's go to the fluff. Fluff's the most important thing. I'm actually learning more about, you know, I love customs and you know, markets and different locations. It's all really good, man. I really appreciate what you do. So what they're speculating here is that China trade war has made waves into the present-day financial and trade system. Tom Lee, co-founder of Fundstrat, recently stated the situation between the two nations everything's could, maybe, might, would, shoulda, but it could trigger a systematic meltdown where crypto is correlated. You know, it's this when I see stuff like this, I think this is a little bit more on base. It certainly could. You know, you see what's happening in Venezuela. They have the petro coin, which is dying, and I'm still seeing articles on this. They're writing articles why Venezuelans are adopting Bitcoin over the Petro or whatever it's called. I think that's the government sponsored coin. I don't know. I have a couple ideas because Bitcoin's basically digital gold. I mean, could that have anything to do with it? I don't know. Possibly. Andrew Wade. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Andrew? Tony M is cooking hot dogs. All right. So let's go into this. So this is kind of cool. This caught my eye only because these are my two. I used to have State Farm for 23 years for my insurance. So one day I was like, you know, 23 years, a guy never called. I never hear from them. All I hear, you know, for this 23 years. So on a Saturday, I called up and left a message and I said, I gotta let you know, this is my rep at State Farm. I gotta let you know, it's not you, it's me. I gotta break up. The relationship's over. We are done. 23 years. I don't even get a phone call every once in a good 5-10 year period, but it's me. It's me. I'm hanging up. I'm sorry. And then I basically went over to USAA, and the only reason you join USAA is you got to be a veteran or you got to be you got to be family veteran. And Chip the Younger, my little bro, who's in here, he's also you know, because our dad is you know was in the service. He was in the Air Force, and so that's how we get the USAA thing. But I was super psyched to read this. So U.S. insurance giants State Farm and USAA have entered into an advanced testing of a blockchain to automate the time-consuming and paper-heavy processing of automobile claims. So announced Thursday, the companies developed a system using Quorum, the private enterprise version of Ethereum created by JP Morgan Chase. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh no, JP Morgan Chase. But here's why I like this. The joint platform, which is yet to be named, early in 2018, the State Farm disclosed the project was in early trials in December. So when they do stuff together, settle claims, they're going to use the blockchain. And you know one of the two biggest insurance companies in the U.S., where they go, everyone sort of follows. Yeah, that's not acting like a good neighbor. You're right, Metzner. That's not acting like a good neighbor. State Farm, wasn't that their buzz phrase? Thinking about USAA and get out of yeah. I live in your head and you live in my head. You say stuff in streams that I was thinking, and that's rain for you. But I got to tell you, man, they are phenomenal. And I call them up on a Saturday, then I talk to them on a Sunday. You can call them at 3 in the morning. You can call them like anytime. And their customer service is awesome. Their app is awesome. I was in a parking lot, just a little short aside story. I'm in a parking lot. And you know, my wife, she's like, you know, if you go to that store, you got to be careful because everybody wants to park in the front. There's not enough room to kind of get in and out. Of course, I didn't listen. I parked like in the second row, and wouldn't you know, like I pull out like this, and as I'm putting it in drive, boom, somebody, you know, and it was a lady, it was like 87 years old, hit me, and she goes, "Don't worry, you can pay me cash." And I'm like, I was already backed out and heading forward. Anyway, here's what was really cool, and this is why I like companies that are forward thinking. I opened the app. I never really used it before, and it's like, hey, in an accident, yes. Hey, snap a picture. Boom, boom, boom. Snap a picture of the other car. Boom, boom, boom. Snap a couple quiz. Boom. Monday morning, or was it Monday morning or the next day? The next day I get a call and say, hey, we're calling about your claim. Thank you for snapping the pictures. Blah 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 blah. And it got resolved really fast, but I loved that. Everything was done through my phone. I forgot about it. It said, give us this, snap a picture of that, and it was done. Crash hustle is what it's all about. I always park far away so not messing up your fiberglass. Yeah, Vet Bro is driving the old vets, man. He's not messing around. And that's funny. You park the last spot in a giant parking spot, and some dingleberry pops come with driving a 1957 Ford that has the bumper that's half hanging on, is hanging there with rope wrapped around it, parks right next to your vet. Tell me that's never happened. I know it's happened, man. It's happened at some point, right? So guys, what we're seeing here, and when I see this stuff, we're seeing so much mass adoption. Now this popped up in the stream the other night. This was an article basically put out by Vox.com, and it was an article about the fuss over 5G because I'm hearing conflicting stuff about 5G. I'd love to hear what you think about 5G. Like what's your thought about 5G? Do you think it's good? Because I've heard like, oh, health, we're all gonna die. I mean, we're gonna die anyway, but there's health issues and then there's other problems and then I've heard pros for like once you're on 5G, we're gonna be hooked up. There's not gonna be any bandwidth issues. So I've heard both sides of the story. Great stream, got a roll. Hey, thanks a lot, Bones. Thank you, much love, brother. Thank you for jumping in. My family, hodl strong. We're getting close. You right. You blew me a kiss. A little weird, but I love it. It's cool. I'll take it, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, Bones. Yeah, this is another thing I've heard. It's gonna fry our brains, right? And I'll be honest with you. I'm not ready to fry my brain. The holder. We got to get to the other side of this thing, man. There's gonna be a lot of enjoyment. There's gonna be a lot of fun. Look at this. So basically, some of the 5G rollouts. Here I am down here. As you can see, it is blank. It is blank right there. What is this all about? Yeah. So it's actually fast. Really. This is how they lead a story. It's actually fast. Well, that's what we've been hearing, that it's wicked fast and we all got to do it. So rural broadband sucks and 5G is supposed to help. Well, I would imagine it would, since they're using like satellite hookups with really, we're talking 1996 era. Didn't they experiment with 5Gs to our ambassadors of Cuba? Was that what it was? Yeah, Metzner, you're right. They all came back. They had brain damage. Was that what they surmised there was 5G? Yeah, all of our ambassadors there, they all came back with, I think, hearing problems, all kinds of issues. I heard 5G allowed people to be controlled through the frequencies. Through the frequencies, you will be controlled. Yeah, here we go, right here. Chinese trade war and surveillance. It's the whole thing. I'm not going to get anything. I'm just going to read some of the pull quotes. Marketing. That's basically what it is. Let's not forget the AT&T marketing debacle in which the company began displaying 5G branding in customers' phones. Really? It was just 4G with some upgrades. It's funny because I heard my daughter the other day. This is great. I'm in the car driving. The kids are in the back seats, 15, talking to her friends. And she's like, I don't know you have the coolest phone. Like when you get to a certain area, I see the 5G comes on. I'm thinking, do I have the heart to tell them that it's not the 5G? I mean, like she goes, yeah, 5G and it's so fast. No, it's really not. It's still going on because it just happened this weekend. So yeah, military grade nano wave text is Moorish Prince. Yeah. Car won't be taken over by 5G, America. That's what Vetbro's saying. He ain't playing. They found electronic devices when they were remodeling the White House. Same device found at our embassy in Cuba. And Dana Palmer breaks it with faster payments. Faster payments. So Phoenix Starboard, he's linked many reputable articles on 5G. Millimeter waveforms are not healthy. Yeah, the more I read about it, I'm seeing the same thing, that it's not healthy. But you know what? Doesn't matter. It's a moneymaker and it's fast and it'll help people in rural areas. We got to go forward. Have we studied it? Doesn't matter. But is it going to make us crazy? That's cool. There's a lot. It's capitalism. We'll all make it. Everything's going to be great. We're all going to laugh and have a good time. So this one, I always love privacy stories. I'm a privacy guy, right? So I stumbled upon this story. Having your ID scanned at bars sucks for your privacy. Well, no kidding. No kidding. This is like one of those, thank you, Captain Obvious. Like you're in a bar, you swipe it, and guess what happens? So a little funny story. I don't know. Every time I read something, I see the thoughts go through my head, and I think it's something. But so I was in Dallas one time, and a buddy of mine's like, hey, I got to meet a friend at a club. We go down there, and it's a Hispanic club, and we go in there, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get a drink, and he meets a friend, and I'm like, 20-minute ride. I'm tired. I want to go home. So They always ask for your license. You give them your license. You want to run a tab? I really don't. I had 1 or 2 beers. Then I get the thing back, put it in my wallet, wake up the next day, getting ready for the plane. I'm like, oh crap, did they give me my license back last night? I wasn't sure. So I pull out my license, and it's a guy with a giant mustache, some Hispanic dude that looks, I mean, we're like polar opposites, a big old mustache on there. And I'm like, that is not me. And I'm about to board a plane and I don't have an ID. I call the place and they're closed and everything. But so I actually got on the plane with like a library card or something like that. I didn't even have a passport. But, I mean, I could have left that thing. So now I carry my expired license. That's just a little chip tip. A chip tip for you. Don't get rid of your expired license. That's the one you use in a club. That's the one you give someone. Hey, you give your license, when you check out something. Hey, I'm going to rent something. Here you go. They don't check. They don't hold it up and go like, listen, Chip, this thing expired a year and a half ago. And you're like, what? Seriously? That's weird. I've been driving on an expired license. That's the one you use. Anyway, let's jump into this next story. We only got a few minutes left here. What is this story? No, I'm not interested in signing up, but thank you very much. Much appreciated. I haven't even been looking at wallets, guys, and they're targeting me with wallets over here. But where was this? There was something. I lost the article on this page. It doesn't matter. Let's just pop it over here. So what I wanted to talk about, this is the lead story that I had today. Hey, Chip, that picture's from the bar at Rocco's Tacos in Boca Raton. Which one? Which one is from the bar at Rocco's Tacos? Oh, yeah. Is it from the Rocco's Tacos? Oh, that's crazy because I was at that Rocco's Tacos on Sunday. Let's see that. Does it say that? Yeah, so down here, guys, so in Rocco's Tacos, you're talking about the one on military, right? Right, Michael? Yeah. So anyway, that's weird. I didn't. Yeah. So the inside one, they have something like. So I was chatting with these guys about Rocco's Tacos. First of all, they've got great tacos in there. But I love tacos, really good ones. But what's really cool about this bar, I think they have over 200. XRP Carolina, smash those thumbs up and subscribe button. Also smash the bell. I mean, look at that, man. You got the right emojis. I didn't even know those emojis existed. Let's get me to 1,000. Thank you, XRP Carolina. But I'm asking the guy, I'm like, because the whole entire back of the bar is tequila. And I'm like, how many do you have? Like 100? He goes, oh, we have like 200 and something. I go, what's the most expensive one? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he told me the most expensive one was something like $8,000. I don't know, it was some crazy amount of money. I'm like, that doesn't get touched off, and he's like, no. But yeah, okay, just pour me a Patron margarita for my wife, and I had some Elysium space flakes or dust or whatever it was. First time I ever tried that, and that is some tasty beer. That is some really tasty beer. Hey, thanks for the heads up on that one. So what I want to talk about, this was my lead, and then we'll get going. Hey, Allie G, what is going on, Allie G? Allie G, another down under. How are you? Allie G, thank you for stopping by. I don't know. We're talking about silly stuff tonight. I'm telling sometimes I tell stories, I interweave stories in here, but I like what these guys are up to right here. So this is the Decentralized Domain Registry. They raised 4 million from Draper Boost, and Tim Draper, you know him. He's a big dude in the space. So they announced so I wanted to get to the good stuff. So what they're out to do, and I think I have it in this story here. It's a little bit more prevalent. So here's the big thing with this. So the blockchain domains do two things. The first thing is for payments. They replace crypto addresses with a single human readable name. And the best way to show you that is this right here. So, hey, what's your address? Let me copy it for my wallet and email it to you, or I'll send it to you. I'll hit you up on WhatsApp, or I'll DM you on Twitter. No. What's your blockchain domain? Emily.zil. This is .zil. So what they're doing is they're making it easier. And, there's really nothing easier than a QR code. But I like where it's going. I think we have to solve the custody problem. I've talked about this often. Because Aunt Mary, she doesn't know. She's heard about cryptocurrencies. She's seen a story about Bitcoin. She watched CNN this morning. She's all hyped up. I don't know what Bitcoin is. Well, Aunt Mary's not going to figure out how to use a nano, okay? She's not going to be able to use one of these cold storage wallets, and she's going to end up storing her cryptocurrencies on, her private keys on an exchange, and that's not good. So we have to solve that problem. But I like where they're going with this. They got their whole entire sort of what's happening. I got my microphone. My microphone's in the way. Hello, peeps. Hello. So my mic is in the way. Yeah, so there's a whole thing you can check out here. That's going to be down below. You can read about that here. But I wanted to pull out some pull quotes on this thing. So a few clicks, what you do is your user attaches your Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, any other cryptocurrency, any other one, such as what, XRP? No, you don't need, you just put your XRP address in there. It's all one domain. So when somebody wants to pay, just tell them your name, .zil, they type it into a wallet, send field, and that's it. Boom, done. That's it. You could still make the mistake, right? You type an extra, oh no, no, it's Emily with a Y. I don't know, some weird thing like that. So the other part of it that I really good on, like a lot, was this, it's the fact that they're uncensored websites. So blockchain domains are stored in the user's wallet, just like cryptocurrency. No third party can seize the domain. Website content stored on IPFS or other decentralized storage networks, making a takedown request impossible. Imposible en español. That is crazy, right? So this is what we're going to. We're getting to what I was talking about a little bit earlier in the stream with, you know, the whole idea of censoring stuff. The blockchain is going to make everything transparent, but it's also going to keep everybody honest. Don't like we got that's how we started this whole conversation. We started talking about chocolate and vanilla, we got into Kit Kats, and the next thing you know, we're looking at a list with 4,000 flavors, because that's how it works. Cheers. This is not moonshine, by the way. It's just simply water. That's what it is. $20 shot of Johnny Walker Blue, not good at all. That's what yeah, Elysium Space Dust. Sounds like an alien Colombian candy. It's really good. Have you had that, Phoenix? Have you had that at all? It's really delicious. It's yummy. It's scrumptious. Are we at risk with respect to cell phone hacking if we continue to venture down this path? Yeah, I would imagine so. No, Sign is a little bit different. Sign is more like a payment. So what we see Wind is doing is he's taking over a bank. They're actually going to become, I'm trying to think about the easiest way to describe that. They will be their own sort of a crypto bank without ever touching a bank. In other words, moving money from place to place. And that's one of the reasons they're getting a banking license in Europe, so they'll be able to do that. And you'll be able to convert stuff too. So let's say I'm sending, like for example, let's say Ali G, and I want to send her, you know, something in dollar. And I'm saying we wouldn't necessarily do this way, but the whole idea is you can use this Sign app. By the way, Sign, XIYGN, is the domain.com anyway, is owned by JP Morgan. But if you go to Sign, xign.io, then you can go there. It converts to a .app, but the whole idea is once they get this going, and VT Win basically did this at the BitShrew meetup in Amsterdam last weekend. He did a whole cool presentation. You can find some video on the internet about it, but it's really a lot of photos and stuff. I like it. I think it's a very mature product. I love where they're going. You know, they're maturing as a company. They've got great backing. I'm liking where they're going, and I really give this guy, he's really a leader, and I'm so happy that he's playing for our team, right? He's hitting home runs for our team, right on. Dana Palmer says Scotch, that's right. And we'll have to do a Scotch stream one of these times. I had a great Scotch stream with Jungle, and we ended up talking for like 2.5 hours. So there are 350 million traditional domains registered. They're worth more than 20 billion. And mostly only businesses use them. I mean, anybody can have a .com. Everyone needs a blockchain domain because it makes it easier to receive cryptocurrency. We think the number of blockchain domains could be 2 billion. It's possible, you know. And basically, so if you're wondering where the .zil came from, I think it's takeoff of the Zliqua Foundation. Companies backed by Draper, Boost VC, and receive grants from the Ethereum Foundation and Zliqua Foundation as well. So that's a pretty cool little development there. And you can kind of check out this site. It's well done. It's early infancy. I signed up for a name today. I was kind of mad. I was like, I want chip.zil, and they're like, it's taken. I'm like, that's always taken, right? So I couldn't get chip. Yeah, it's single malt. That's right. Yeah, I'm a big fan of well, gosh, I mean, there's so many of them. You guys have ever been to Scotland? You've been to Scotland, mate. It's great over there. I love Scotland a lot, man. It's good. So you do these tours, right? And so they load you up with all little tasters. You know, they got a bunch of drams sitting there. And I went with my buddy, and he's like, we set them all up. He's like, nah, I don't drink scotch. I want beer. I'm like, dude, this is insulting. It's like going to a steakhouse and ordering, you know, fish, which I do all the time because I don't eat meat. But anyway, it's just what I'm saying. I'm like, And he goes, no, you can drink them. I'm like, this might be a good idea. This might not be a good idea. What's up, Farshad? You were ready to hit the bed, and you're like, let me just pop in and see what Chip is up to. What is going on, Farshad? What's up? Yeah, how you doing, man? So this is what I like about this. I mean, the simplification, whether this takes off or not, I'm not saying it will, because one of the things that I read about it was when it comes down to the actual wallet itself, they say, well, you put it in here. Let me see if I can find one of them in the FAQs. What is .zil? That's not the one. How will payments work? Yeah. So it says when you put that in there, it's not like you could put it into any wallet and send it. So I think that was part of, the stumbling block for me, where that might be somewhat of an issue, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I'll capitalize on the positive stuff that I see here, and I could be wrong with that. Yeah, here's the who is, not by default. Yeah, so I could be wrong with that, but it's going to take a little while for adoption. But I like where they're going, right? It's a lot easier if you're going to send it to somebody, because I mean, obviously the QR code, the QR code. I don't know if it's here. I can't see which way. There, no. Yeah, here. I believe it's over here. Yeah. So the thing about the QR code, yeah, you snap it, right? You can't make a mistake. And I've seen countless people that like try to type it or they try to copy it, and when they copy and paste, they fudge the letter, but they replace it with another one, and they sent it off somewhere. Who knows where it ended up, but not in the wallet it was intended. That's the cool thing about QR codes. I actually pronounced. I used to hang out with a bunch of tech guys, and one of the guys had a company that was named QR. He had the title, and I'm like, QR codes are dead. They're dead. They're dead. Thank God for cryptocurrency, digital assets, reviving it. Now I'm on the boat. I'm like, there's no better way. I take my phone, I snap it like that, and it's gone. You don't worry about it. You're not wondering if somebody got it or not, right? So that's the key thing, is like with a QR code, that already is something. But it's not always convenient. Sometimes you're on your mobile phone, or you're on WhatsApp with somebody, or I don't know. There are going to be instances where we have to simplify it, because we're talking about, we're all talking about advanced conversations. We're talking about Comdex 589. We're talking about liquidity, Nostro Vostro. We're getting into the deep stuff. And meanwhile, and Claire is looking at her thing going like, I don't even know how to make calls on my phone. So, and I'm not knocking Aunt Clara, because the youth generation, which I sometimes worry about, I sometimes do. I mean, if it's on Snapchat, they know what's up, right? Yeah, no worries. Hey, thank you for shot. Appreciate you popping in, man. Yeah, love me some bourbon too. Love me some bourbon. I'm a Bullet fan, Dana. I'm a big Bullet fan. And I'm not a fan of the rye. The rye's okay. I'll drink it, but believe it or not, is this a sign? Yeah, I think this is a sign, Farshad. I think it's a sign. Thank you for stopping in, brother. I much appreciate it. Get some sleep. You can always watch it later. You can always watch it tomorrow. You can watch it next week. You don't have to watch it at all. Just pop back in. We're gonna do it again next Tuesday and Thursday night, 10 o'clock. I'll tell you what the schedule is. I'm working on a schedule, guys. I know I've been talking about it. DNI has been promoting it quite a bit. It will get done, assured. But what we're doing is we're doing a schedule. We're gonna throw it up there, and it's 7 o'clock. We got CKJ broadcast at 8 o'clock. We have, and these are approximates. Don't hold them to it. Sometimes Brad Kimes, investment perspectives, he'll go on a little bit later. Sometimes he goes on at 8:40. I'm saying roughly, right around start time. Except for DNI, Digital Nomad Investor, is pretty good about starting at 9, and he's always cool about getting off at 10, because he knows I like to get to sleep at a reasonable hour, whatever that is. But we always communicate on there. So let's roll it down. So Monday nights and Wednesday nights, we have Jeff from Holder Report and this time slot at 10 o'clock. On Tuesdays and Thursdays tonight, unless you're an Aussie, if I'm saying that right, Aussie, right? Good day. I got to work on that. Good day. And we got to have a meetup party. We're going there, man. Of course, we are going there. We have some great hosts there. There's a lot of great community members there for the hosting, that we will have some fun. Lots of fun. But what was I talking about? Where am I? What's my name? Who am I? Yeah, we were talking about meeting up. But I wanted to talk. So Tuesday and Thursday I do this, and tomorrow night I want to hype this up. Not too much pressure, Rain, but I want to hype it up. So we have Auburn Rain. If you're not subbed to him, go click on him. Rain, throw it in there. Lee, what's going on, Lee? Buckfast tonic wine, acquired taste sends you to the moon quicker. Whoa, the XRP. I think water sends you there quicker right now. And I'm not kidding. I'm not playing, Lee. I'm serious. Water sends you there. Moonshine's good too. I went to Tennessee last year with the fam, and there's a lot of good moonshine there. Pronounced Aussie. That's it, Aussie. That's why, yeah, crypto Aussie. That's it. Thank you. I don't know. I'm not giving. That's not my. I don't know what Buckfast tonic is. I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know what that is. Yeah, tomorrow night. So tomorrow night is Auburn Rain. That's your YouTube? Which is your YouTube? No, I wanted you to put your link in there, man. Why don't you go copy your link, share the link, put it in there. I want people to sub. But tomorrow night, Rain's gonna do. I'm really proud of the guy. He's doing some great shows, great topics, awesome stuff. He said he's gonna have me on the show. I think I fell back a little bit. I think I was slated for November of 2019. I think I'm now mid to late December. So I will eventually make it on, Rain's show. I'll be calling in, and yeah, so I don't know. I might be able to be moved up. We'll see how it ends up working out in the mix. We'll see how it goes. BZ Comedy, Bourbon All Day. Phoenix says that's it. What time, Rain? What time zone? What time zone? Well, Rain does it at 7 Pacific because he's in California. Maker's Mark, Woodford Reserve, yes, 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 please. Extra, yes, 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 please. Yeah, those are all good, man. Now you're starting to sing my song. All right, Phoenix Starborn, thank you. 2020 chip. I just got pushed to 2020. I got bumped to 2020, guys. I thought we were still going to do a 2019 show. I've now been bumped to 2020. I'm going to have to work on this behind the scenes, see if I can recapture that November time slot, and to see if that's going to be available. A little finish, a 21 reserve, yeah, rum cask finish. Yeah, the rum cask finish is interesting. It's kind of an acquired taste. Depends which one you're using, on that. But yeah, Maker's is very smooth. But check out Bullet, guys. Bullet bourbon it's become my table bourbon. You gotta have a table bourbon, which is your go-to every day, every other day, and then you got your table scotch. So you gotta have those. And yeah, it is a busy schedule. So these are gonna be going on tomorrow night. What else did I have here? Did I have one more thing? Yeah, guys, don't forget this. I'm gonna put this in the. I'm gonna put this down below. I don't know. Crypto Eddie was saying that maybe I could go and buy this from eBay. I don't know about that, man. I mean, why don't you guys try it first and let me know, right? Rain, maybe you wanna get this. What did I see for you? I'm gonna pick. That's what I'm gonna do. What you should do is I don't know if you guys have watched Mythical Mornings, good mythical morning, right? So they always do these like weird taste tests. If you guys want to follow that channel, it's fun because they're always doing these weird tasting things and stuff like that. But that's what we should do. We should do a show where you eat weird stuff and you get to see the reactions. Maybe my bro and I, when he keeps promising, Chip the Younger keeps promising when we hit 1,000 subs and the 1,000 subs show, he's gonna fly here so we can sort of play off each other. I could bring him in on the stream, but that'll be a disaster. I mean, seriously, will be a disaster. We'll just have each other. We'll be both side by side. We'll rip on each other. He'll talk about his watches. We'll talk a little XRP. We'll do something like that. Yeah, one cube. It's like this. It's like the little. It's like, bloop, and they got that. I like that big chunky, ice cube that melts real slow. It's like it's got the slow melt. The one cube, not the little cube, not when you go to like the UK and you're like, it's an 85-degree day, you're sweating, you come into a pub, you really want to drink some beer, but you're like, just give me a glass of water. You say, can I get some ice cubes in that? The guy, seriously, he takes the thing like this with the little tongs and he goes, with one little cube, it's about this big, by the way. He goes, bloop. And you're like, thank you. And you're like, no, man, we're just used to ice. Like, ice overflow will put beer on ice. We don't care. But they just go bloop, which is okay if you're drinking scotch. You don't want to water it down. You don't want it to melt too much. You'll ship me some? Whoa, hey now. Well, just let me know, and I'll send you some XRP, Eddie. I will definitely ship you. I want to, make sure. Pick out some flavors, I mean, there's too many here because I don't even know how to pronounce this one right here. Maybe I'll just learn how to pronounce this and eat it. So this one is Denegan Adzuki. I don't even know what that is. So Eddie, what is that? What is that? And I have it in I think it's Japanese, but it's becoming popular over here. It's got it's like an ice cream, but it's usually like coconut inside, and it's got a rice wrapping on it. The name escapes me right now, but I love this. I'm the only one in the family that likes it, which is awesome because we call that food protection. That means nobody's going to eat it, nobody's going to touch it, including the dog. So I don't, Habiki. Aaron, is that right? Aaron Wallace. So he says Habiki. I don't know what that stuff is called. Yeah, see what's available. Yeah, anything that's available, that would be awesome. I mean, that would be sweet. I wouldn't mind giving some of that away, give it all away on the on our 1,000 show. We're gonna do 1,000 giveaway. We're gonna give away some cool stuff. You guys think of anything else weird and interesting and cool? I mean, not necessarily weird, but I mean, like this. Who has this? This is the basketball. You can't see it, but it's got little divots on it, and it looks like a basketball. It's got those little cool divots, but it's a coaster, man. It's really cool. Just stuff that's interesting. And some people that I would appreciate. Somebody's saying whiskey. Maybe Aaron's talking about whiskey. I don't know. Habiki. What is Habiki? Is Habiki? Oh, Habiki's the whiskey, right? Is that the whiskey, the Japanese whiskey that I'm thinking about? By the way, we had my wife had some colleagues come over. They spent 3 years in the States from Tokyo. We went over to their house often. They made us stuff. We introduced them to American culture, and foods, and went over there. But he brought me the cool bottle. We actually have it. We have flowers in it right now, but it's a cool little bottle. It's not whiskey, but it's like a whiskey. And the cool thing about the bottle is you can actually stick it on its side, and it balances. The coolest thing, and the name escapes me at the Habiki. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, the Japanese, I don't know if you guys know this, but they're just crushing it everywhere. The Japanese, they had one of these, I think it was in Scotland, but they do usually do it somewhere in the UK. But they had a whiskey, the championship, and I believe Habiki's won. Japanese are up and coming with their whiskey, and they're mad about whiskey too, which is what I love. So that's what I'm thinking about Moon. Something, Oz, Crypto Oz put something out the other day, and it was really cool post. He goes, hey, when it moons, what are you going to do? And people were like, I'm going to do this, do that. And I wrote like 10 things, and somebody's like, is that all? And I was like, hey, I'm not done. And I wrote like 10 more things, but I forgot the whiskey collection. You got your bourbon over here, and one of the things that I want to do, I have the name picked out and everything. And, Eli, if you guys know Eli from this space, we talked about, we're going to go do this thing. We're going to basically make our own bourbon, because I've got this idea to make some bourbon. I want to do it. It sounds like it would be called Chip. I actually have a different name, but maybe you guys come up with even a better name, but I want to do it on a smaller scale. There's somebody else in our community, if I had permission, I would tell you, but I know that they basically do their own, make their own bourbon and whiskey. And I want to do it on a smaller scale. You can do it, but it's tricky here in the States with the regulation and what you can do, and you can't sell it. But that's what I want to do. Because I'd written down there that I wanted to do a business, and people are like, listen, man, you ever own a business? It kills you. Wake up at 3 a.m. You wonder how you're going to make payroll. You freak out. I'm like, I understand that, man. But it's not necessarily a business. I want to make stuff and share it with people. And they might compensate me in the form of fiat, or even better yet, XRP, right? It doesn't even matter. And I'm not discriminating when it comes to cryptocurrencies and digital assets, because I love them all. Fosters, yeah. Those Foster oil cans, big giant things. You're like, I love those Fosters. What's weird? Fosters used to be massive here, and I haven't seen a Fosters in a really long time. So weird. Oh, what do you see? Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, amazing. Okay, Chip, have special fluff for you today? Yes. Some inspiration? Yeah. All right, man. This is awesome, Crypto Eddie. I love it. I'm going to be looking forward to this. Special fluff. I love it. I love it. Aussie don't drink Fosters. Yeah, well, that was kind of the thing. That's the Budweiser. Like, what was it? There's something that they import over. Oh, you know what it is? Like in the Dutch bring over. They have there's something they make just for the American market. Yeah, they don't drink it. I don't drink it, but I remember it was just a massive can that you could buy. I remember getting it when I was younger. Tenants, yeah, that's a good one too. Super lager. Popular in places like Italy and touched in Scotland, as it's only for alcoholics apparently. Well, yeah, I love going there. It's like there's no such thing as alcoholics. You just like you're there, and like noon hits, and you see everybody file into pubs, and they down 4, 5, 6, 8. No who's counting really. They drink beers, lagers, whatever. I mean, they're just sucking them down, and then they go back to the office, and everybody drinks. And they're not discriminating. Everybody drinks there, and it's actually pretty cool. If you obtain an expensive bourbon collection, you'll need to broadcast your show wearing an expensive robe by the fireplace. I like it with a little pipe. So, Chip here with the XRP minute, see? And I'll do a voice from the 40s. Listen here, doll. And I'll suck on a pipe. That's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna wear costumes. I'll make special voices. We're gonna just have a blast. It's gonna be silly. breakfast bourbon is great. That's right. Breakfast bourbon is good. Don't forget middle of the night bourbon and then the nightcap bourbon. There's all kinds of great bourbons, but we got to get out of here, man. I'm having just way too much fun with you tonight. OJ Punk says Zima. Remember Zima? You just open up a whole can of worms. I'm trying to get off here. And OP opens up the Zima conversation. By the way, Zima's been reinvented. I actually have it in my, I bought it, it's what it is, it's water, but I swear to God it's the Zima formula. It's as bad as it ever was. It's supposed to be clear water that's a malted water, and it's with flavored, but low calorie, but just nasty. I don't even know what it's called. It's silly. I'm trying to get out of here, and OP, I'll call you OP because I don't know, I always get tripped on that one. Yeah. You know what? The first sip I thought it was good, and then I had like 3 more sips, and I went, yeah, that's not a bad idea. The Jolly Rancher and the Zima. I had like 3 more sips of it, and I go, you know what? I hate this stuff. And then the other thing was I bought a 6-pack. I don't know why, just to try something. And then weeks went by, and I went and grabbed another one. I'm like, maybe it's a different day, and I pop off the cap, and I have another one. It's the same kind of reaction. I'm like, and what's weird is when you start drinking that stuff, you make a weird face. You're like, and you're almost wanting to convince yourself it's good. You go, no, it sucks. And I actually poured the whole thing down the drain. And it's sad, really. I don't know. That's what I got to say. No more conversations. But yeah, I love this conversation where it went today. We went in some really interesting directions. And I'm going to run it down. And guys, went a little bit late today, but I started a little bit late. I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank my microphone for being good today. You did it. You made me proud. It all worked out. I want to thank Chip the Younger. If he's still in the background, I want to thank Crypto Eddie, who I'm looking forward to the fluff piece. I want to thank my local Michael Metzner, who is right down the street. And we're doing lunch, man. I know we keep talking about it, but we're going to do it. We're going to get it done. Phoenix Starborn with, chiming in with the breakfast bourbon. We've got Lee, who talked about tenants a little bit tonight. What else do we have? All right, here we go. I didn't get the jaw sling. I didn't get that one. I missed that one. Yeah, we talked about a lot of things. Hibiki tonight, we talked a little bit about that. All kinds of stuff. So anyway, I want to thank you all for being here tonight. I want to thank you. Go into the world, do great things. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Oh, you know what? I'm always optimistic. That's what I'm going to say. I'm always optimistic, but no matter what happens, know this, that we will be together again on Tuesday night, but your mission tomorrow, and I want you to tell them that Chip sent you. I'm going to follow DNI's lead. Chip sent you to Auburn Rain stream tomorrow, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Pacific, with special guest Jeff from the HODL Report. And I'm going to say one other thing before we get going. If you have comments, there was something you connected with tonight, it'll help me put together stuff for future streams. Go down and comment whenever this video comes online. I don't know when that is, but go ahead and start commenting, and then we'll eventually get to weird stuff. Sometimes I tell stories. Sometimes, yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you for being awesome. You are awesome, Rain. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Love this guy. And also, my brother, 2 bros really, but Auburn Rain and also Jeff from HODL Report, who was nice enough to have me on last night. That's my take. What's yours? Chip